teacher.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello, teacher.
Hey,
Hello.
hello.
Yeah, sorry, I updated my schedule a bit late, so my schedule is available next Friday and Saturday about same time. But I believe somebody already booked for it on Saturday.
No, not really. I have to check. Is another person.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying some other person just booked on Saturday. So
Uh, yeah, I have to check because I decided to email you to book me on Thursday, but yes, I think you're busy on that day.
yeah, if
Yeah.
you got one, I can try to make it on. I mean, let's see. So I can book another session 1 hour earlier. So instead of this time, I can have another session 1 hour earlier than this time. If you guys want.
Yeah. Yeah, yes. I will
Okay.
email you later.
If that the case, I'll send you the link. So on that day, around the time when we're gonna start. What time is it now in Vietnam?
It's 3 and at 3:30 p.m.
3:30. Okay. So if you got one, I can make a booking about 2:30.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because if I'm using this link for the meetings, it's gonna be expired and it's gonna be a bit trouble for the person who already booked. So I'll tidy up my schedule on next Sunday to
Yeah.
meet with you guys.
Sunday,
Ah, sorry,
Saturday.
my bad. Next Saturday. Next Saturday. My bad. My bad. My bad.
Yeah, that's great. Mm.
Okay. Do you have any new you want to share them?
Yeah. So actually, I also mentioned as I mentioned in the email for you. Yeah, I have just been selected to the as the alternate candidate for the scholarship. Yeah, and like when I knew this news, I was in Pagoda with my teammates. Yeah, like we was doing uh, the uh, the community project to address the order in the um, landfill in the next city. Yeah. So yeah. So at the time, we and our team wanted to like hang out went out Pagoda and but the worker said that no, you hadn't to go now because to go out because like they was trying to like explode their their I don't know how to say it, like the stone. I don't know. So
Exploratory.
yeah, explode the toll by the bomb by the boom. Yeah, by bomb. I don't know how to say it. Yeah. And so our team had to like stay in Pagoda and and after and 1 minute later I have just been informed the news. So yeah, and well it's beyond my expectation.
Okay,
Yeah.
congratulations on that. But my next question is, you alright?
Sorry, teacher.
Are you okay? Are you alright?
Yeah, um, not too much because like uh, I have to like take the TOEFL test in the next one in the next month. So it's really hard for me, you know.
No. Your voice. I'm trying to asking. Your voice is a bit strange. It look like you got a cold or something.
Yeah, that's why teacher. Yeah, because like like in this semester I really stressed about my work because I have to like handle many things and yeah I also like this semester I don't know but it's really hard for me like I also do the projects in the university also join the competition the community project that I mentioned on you guys before and also my club yeah and stuff like that that I'm also a tutor. Yeah, so part-time job. It's really hard for me to handle to balance the schedule. Yeah, so I got a cough. Yeah.
All right. So how do you feel? You seem like you do a lot of stuff at the moment. How do you feel? What do you
Yeah, I
think? You think it's like your life suck or how do you feel?
Yeah, like like 3 months later, I also applied for the internship program, and because the internship will take place in the March, after receiving the result of the internship application, I was failed, and at that time I was not like sad because I think the God brought it to me, because if I had the internship right now, I think I will I don't do anything. I can't do anything. Yeah, so I think like when we fail something, it's this is the signal of God. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
And
Go ahead.
yeah, so like I think when I join many program like that in the futures, I can fit in the work environment more easily. So I think it's normal right now, and I have to try to balance my life.
Okay. That good perspective. One last question from me from this one. You say that you would choosing as an alternative candidate for the in scholarship. What is that mean? I know what it mean of an alternative candidate, but what do they mean by that?
Yeah. So like for this scholarship in Vietnam, it have the certain slot. Yeah, like the stable slot for like Vietnamese candidate, and maybe it have 5 candidates for the scholarship who comes from Vietnam, and it also have from 2 to 3 candidates who are like alternate candidates. So all of us also take the TOEFL test, and after that, if someone who doesn't have enough score to study abroad, or someone who don't want to study abroad, like the alternate will upgrade become the official list. Official list,
Right.
yeah.
Okay. How are you, mate? You look spaced out.
Yeah.
Hey, you look spaced out. Do you have any new you want to update with me that you want to share with me and Tom?
Y- Yes. Contract to them. I'm a chill girl, so yeah, nothing just strike me. But tomorrow I have 2 interview. One is uh, from a Better Vietnam and one from a mock trial. Yeah, but I think I can do it. I guess not really.
Okay,
I
so
applied for, yeah, the first interview is I applied for being a staff in human resources team in a Better Vietnam. Yeah, so yeah, I just passed the form round and go to the interview round,
so
and I
what give you the I'm not sure what the word, the idea or the passion to apply for IBVN?
oh it's just come up for a long time.
Okay.
Mm, yeah, because student we only yeah, it's limit for students 1 year to choice in a Better Vietnam project. So I want to have more time in a Better Vietnam. So yeah, that is an opportunity for me.
Okay. So what is the second interview about? You say the mock what? Mock
What trial? Mock trial
mock
is
trial.
yeah, the mock trial, the fifth, the third, the 13th mock trial. Yeah, like every year my club is have one mock trial for the member and for the student to experience a trial, like something like a real,
Ah, okay, okay. A
yeah.
court trial,
So
like a court mock trial. Is that
yeah, yeah,
okay? It's like
a mock court trial.
I say a mock trial. You're like, is it a fucking English test or something? Or it's like, yeah, if you say a court mock trial, yeah, okay, I know what you mean now. Right.
a a court a course.
Court
mock
Court.
trial,
Yeah.
course. Yeah, course mock trial. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I applied for content team that will solve the case and to be a actor on that course. Yeah, so I have to have an interview
Hmm.
to be a part of the team.
Right. Okay. So now cut to the chase. I don't want to waste time chit chat. So today you guys want to discuss specific about anything to bring it up for us to discuss about. You can talk about mock trial. You can talk about your planning. What are you planning for your TOEFL, or you want to discuss about how you want to prepare for your English test or something like that.
Yeah, Tam will
Who
go
who
first
want to
because it is Tam's
who want to
section.
go first? Who want to go first? Because I have a lot of questions. So I just want to narrow
Oh,
down what kind of topic are you guys want to talking about, just to make it easier for me. It's like it's not one on one, two on one. It's up to both of you. So maybe mock trial. What is that mock trial about? Do you have any planning or any preparation for that
uh,
trial
when
court?
I apply, when I send the form, they just send me an email, and there's a file attached in the email about the knowledge of the course. That is a criminal course about the I don't know what is in English. Uh, just let me read it with the base is
Yeah.
tội lừa đảo chiếm đoạt tài sản. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, hold on. So after that, I just do some research about really interesting case yesterday. If you want me to explain it, I'll explain it later on. But yeah, go ahead with your case first.
Yeah, like they just give me some knowledge about that criminal, and they will ask me some information related to that.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what is because the last year I also applied for the the 12 course mock trial. Yeah, and the case is about marriage. Yeah, they are divorced and they go to the courts and yeah, have a divorce. So I don't know, but the last year just have a easy interview. I don't know why, but I think this year's is harder.
So you say you applied for mock trial last year. You
Yeah, last year
went for the
and
trial. How is it unfold? How was it unfold? How was it
unfold.
like? How was it happen? So when you say something unfold, you just tell me exactly
Ah,
how was it like? What happening? What was the case? What was the situation? How did you solve it? What was the issue for the marriage to be divorced? And how
yeah.
they do about assets, or how they divide asset between husband and wife, any kid involved, etc., etc.
Mm. Uh, I don't remember exactly, but uh, mm, mostly this they divorce, they divide children and divide their assets. Uh,
Yep.
um, 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 what is that called? I act my role in that course is a children.
Yep.
Because I'm a first year student last year, so I have not much experience in the course, but I just passed the interview, so I just do some basic tasks like writing content about the trailer. We have a trailer video,
Yep.
yeah, before the case, and do some paper related to um, the case, and all the solution will be solved by older member. Yeah,
Okay.
it's just yeah that because it's a marriage case, so I don't interesting so much. Yeah, I don't like. I don't find that interesting. Yeah.
Okay, so tomorrow. Okay, just wait for Jamie for a bit. Right.
Vâng.
Nah, it'll be fine. You say tomorrow you're gonna attend a criminal court. So, do you have any brief on what the court or any background, any situation for you to prepare, or you just roll in there? They give you the brief and you just roll with it.
Ah, I can choose. Yeah. When I think in the interview, they will ask me what role I want to be. At this time, I want to be uh, defendant.
Okay.
Yeah, like some bad persons. Or maybe a lawyer. Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's hard. I don't know.
I think so normally, maybe for criminal course, I could be wrong, but normally in criminal, it could be the fight between prosecutor and the defendant. So that is normally the case, not the plaintiff. I think plaintiff and defendants is more like civil case, or when
Yeah.
between one person want to make a claim about another person, or maybe a contract case. So they're gonna have a plaintiff and defendant. But for criminal case, I think they're gonna use the word prosecutor in criminal, in the defendant.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah. Right. And so what have you been prepared for your TOEFL exam?
Yeah.
What?
So
Chill?
yeah, I asked my older sister for some advices. Yeah, she gave me some advice about how did she do in the past to pass the TOEFL test. Yeah, because she was the alumni, and yeah, and she gave me she gave me two books, how to prepare TOEFL listening, writing, reading, and speaking. Yeah, and I also yeah, and besides, I also like asked me to prepare the TOEFL test with me. So like we set the deadline for each day. Like each day we will learn from 50 to 100 word, but actually, this is the third day, but we did do anything. We did not do anything. Yeah.
Okay. Right. So now I'm gonna show you what I've been found out about yesterday. Let me pull up ChatGPT. ChatGPT is good, but in my perspective, it's not that really like it's not thinking like a human. It's more like a Google engine, like for you to search information, but it's more advanced than in Google because it could summarize a lot of source. But you need to pay attention where it could give you false information. And ChatGPT is actually also trying to sell product to you. If you not do not pay attention, you could be falling trap for that. So I'll show you a case where I hang on, I'll just give you the full detail. Title, company, I'll just
Oh,
hang on.
currently, I saw that. I see that. Oh, I saw that DeepSeek. Yeah,
Yep.
it's quite popular in the world. And they said that
Well,
it's in.
I've listened to a podcast that talk about DeepSeek and ChatGPT. DeepSeek is good to use the model, the lang most I think most of the ChatGPT or most of the AI in the internet nowadays they're using language model. It just like use all of the question internet and they have an algorithm. It's more like if this then that. It's just basically it. It's nothing really special about it. It's
Oh,
just you have a lot of data, hook them into it, and then if this meet the requirement, and then it gives out solution for that. It's not actually a lot of people talk about this like some ground breaking things. I don't think that's the case. I have a really different about AI, a different perspective about AI and how it could affect it. It's good if we know how to use it in a good way. It's really beneficial. But I don't think we can some way in the future make something that can behave like or thinking like a human. I don't think that can be possible. But anyway, that's another topic we can discuss later on. I'll just show you what I've been trying, what I've been found yesterday. Where my share button? Down here. I normally using Team. I rarely use Google Meet. I'm not really good with it yet. Title insurance. Share. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
So yesterday I went through the contract of the convenience service that sent to me. So normally in Australia, when we buying a house, normally we communication with two persons, so maybe three person. So the first part I'll talk with the bank to get pre-approval from them, just to say if they look at my financial situation, look at it, and look in my possibility that I can borrow that much amount of money. So they think if they can lend that much amount of money, depend on my work, asset, whatever that I have at the moment, income, whatever soever. You say, okay, all good. They're gonna give me a pre-approval, and then I'm gonna,
Oh,
and I know the maximum amount of money I can borrow, and then I go out to buy a house. So when I go to buy a house, normally I'll gonna communication with a real estate agent. You know about it. Do you know what a real estate agent is?
yes.
Do you know what a real
It's the,
estate agent is? You just look quiet.
Real cơ quan what, teacher?
No, real estate agent. So normally
Oh,
when a person want to sell their house, they normally do not list the house on the market themselves. They talk to a third party, and that third party have kind of a market, like have a web base, and then advertise the house of the client to the market, and then sell it, listen it. So you call that a real estate agent.
oh yeah, I
In,
got it.
in Vietnam, it's more is you call it cò đất,
Yeah, I
oh,
got it.
yeah.
similar like that. But in here, it's more professional than that. It's have regulation. Enable for you to become a real estate agent, you have to get licensed. I don't think it's hard. You need to get about maybe 12 months to learn a few courses to be a real estate agent. But the art in there, make them stand out is how you communication with your client and how they can market the property to get a higher value of the house to sell to the client, and then they, of course, they get a percentage cut from that. Anyway, move over from that. So with in able to buy a house, you talk with another two teams. So real estate agent is the party who lists the house on the market. So you go in there, inspect the house, or let's say in the auction, you auction the house. And real estate agent is just the organizer for that event. After you win at the after you win at the auction, you finalize it, and then in the state where you transfer the name, in the process of transfer the name between the new owner and the old owner, apart from the real estate agent, you talk to conveyance servant. You know what conveyance servant is? So instead of you doing all of the legal paperwork, checking for the title of the house to see if there any fraud or scam happening or whatever, any debt left over from the previous owner. So they double check all of that, clear all of that, and then okay, read all of the contract when I sign with the real estate agent to see if there any wrong with the contract, and they send it back to me and say, okay, this contract is good, you're good to go. Proceed with them with payment. Okay, so that two party, and then when I read through all the contract or of the recommendation from the conveyance service that's sent back to me, they give me a part where say, do you need to buy title insurance, which I'm going to talk about title insurance. So I went in there and look at the title insurance to see what is it about. Do I need title insurance? So they ChatGPT actually lists out what title insurance about. So it check whether the paperwork is actually correct. Let's say if I'm buying the house and I do not buy title insurance and there's something going wrong with the process or some fraudulent or scam in the paperwork of the house, are going to be in trouble and going to be involved in a lot of legal fee, so on and so forth like that. If I'm buying title insurance, they gonna pay that cost for me. So normally title insurance, you only need to buy it once, and that's it. You don't need to pay anymore. Which is different than car insurance or health insurance, which you have to pay annually. Title insurance, you pay one and once only. So that is the first. So it's gonna cover for all of scam or whatever relate to the paperwork. Second, it's gonna cover, let's say if the owner renovate a house or make some develop in the house without any council approval. So in here, I think it is similar in Vietnam. If you want to build a house or you want to do anything major to the house, you have to apply for council approval. So in Vietnam, maybe apply for I'm not sure what the term, Ủy ban Nhân dân to get the approval for you to renovate a house or build a house, or maybe you apply for consent to renovate a house. So it's, let's say in the previous owner renovated a house without a council approval and the council found out about it and then there's some illegal work, they're gonna come back and then charge me with fine and then make me to remove that. Title insurance gonna come in and then cover all of that cost. He is actually saying out here. Do convey servers conduct diligent managed settlement? Okay, so that is basically cover two of that. And I asked ChatGPT to give me a recommendation to see whether I actually need to buy it or not. And say, okay, need to buy it. No, hang on. Title insurance. What do you got pack say here? Okay, back here. You hang on. Right here. Okay, this is different search. So this. Okay. Right up to the top. Analyzing clinical error, fraud, complexity, genuine. Okay. So I make a lot of case for the just GTP to ask me. So I make a case where because now I'm lending money from the bank to buy the house. So let's say I just make a case. So if I don't buy title insurance to cover all the loss like that, and I'm just assuming because I'm still borrowing money from the bank somewhere, let's say I borrow about like 80% of the money from the bank to buy the house. And if I buy the house, some shit happen and I have to pay for all the legal costs. So let's say I do not want to pay for it, I'll just okay, drop I drop my 20%. The bank still have 80% of the of the house. Would the bank, in this case, well, fight the legal cost for that rather than me, well, have to pay for all the legal costs? Just to GPT come back, it's like, okay, banks in a different situation where bank they have the insurance against me, not about the fraud that gonna happen. And I do a bit of more research about it. Hang on. I just want to make it clear here. I maybe talk too much of irrelevant information. It could lose you. My goal in here is to try to know what is the title search about, and what is the service of conveyance service about. So let's say if I using a conveyance service, would they do diligent check everything, check all the paperwork, uh, talk with the bank to send the money on time, make sure that the contract is signed correctly. If I use their service already, why do I need to buy title insurance? Does that make any sense? You gotta look a bit lost here. Like you have a different, completely different energy compared to when we talk about a case of about maybe about 2 weeks ago about second-degree murder or something like that. You have a completely energy from that one.
No, because there's too much new word. I had to not insert it. Yeah.
Okay,
To search.
so
Yeah. New word, too much
during
new word.
okay, during this whole time, if you do not understand anything, if you have any question, please ask away, because I'm just assume that you guys know about it, and I'll just keep talking. Okay?
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. If you do not understand anything, stop, ask me. I don't really care. I'll explain it. Okay. So
Okay.
I want to talk about, okay, why do I need to buy a title shirt? And then using convenience service. So if I'm buying this one, I do not need to use convenience service. And if I'm using convenience service, I don't even need to buy title insurance. So I go back to, hang on. Oh my God, it's too many words. Okay, I'll try to summarize this up just to make it more engaging for you guys.
Yeah. What is convenient? Yes.
Convenience service is
Convenient.
just,
Yeah.
well, normally, if you buy a house, you talk to real estate agent, they just hand you a contract, you just sign. Let's say you do not know anything about buying a house, okay? You do not know whether the contract is good for you or not, right? And then when you're buying a house, it's really good for you to double check the house registered with the government to see the record. Is it have is the record of the house changed the owner too frequently or not? Okay, if it changed too frequently, you have to double check what the last owner of the house and the house on the contract of the real estate agent gave it to you. Let's say if the record of the previous owner, the license, most up-to-date license in the Australian government server, it say, let's say O'Neill, but in the contract it say Emily. Is incorrect. Well, you have to know where to searching for. I know where to searching for, but you have to know. But with a normal person, they do not have any experience about this. They do not know where to search that legal paperwork from. Okay, so that's why you pay for convenience server to do all the check for you. So the check include a lot of checks. So they check the title to see if it match, whether it's matched on the Australian record or it's matched on the contract. The next step, it's gonna check about any debt that's still overdue by the previous owner. So in Vietnam it's different, but in Australia every year you have to pay a certain amount of money for council. For local council, you pay similar like tax, depend on the value of the house. You pay a different money. You're paying for water council. You're paying for emergency service, so on and so forth. To check whether it's been all clear or not, or you have to pay for it. Okay, so and after that, they need to looking for all the regulate whether you need to, let's say if you're an Australian residency, the process of buying house is a bit more straightforward. compared to international entity or company. Let's say you're buying a house, but you in a position of an international person, or you in the position of a company, is required more paperwork, and you have to apply for. Let's say you are an international foreign investor, for example. If a foreign investor want to buy a house, you need to apply for foreign investor board review certificate. And when you get that certificate, you have to pay, depend on the value of the house. So if it's less than a certain amount, it have a different bracket. You have to pay somewhere between, at a minimum, 13,000 up until, I don't know, maybe a couple of 100,000 extra on the price of the house only. Not only that, after you pay all of that, go all the paperwork, and then you transfer the title of the house to the new owner. If you are a company or a foreign investor, you have to pay an extra 7% stamp duty of the total value of the house that you're going to earn. So the convenience service is going to do all of that and then confirm, okay, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to fill this out, you have to fill that out. Okay, that paperwork correct, that contract correct. All good, go ahead, you can pay your deposit now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought that the real estate agency will do that. Or we have
No,
another part to do that.
well, the real estate agency, they just act on behalf of the customer. Okay, the customer could be a dickhead, or there was a case in Brisbane where the real estate agency, they're listing the house. Okay, no, let's start over again. There was a case in Canberra where the real estate agency, they managed an investing property for a customer. The customer detail was being hacked, and then the cyber hacker used the identity of the real owner, communicate with the real estate agency, which is to manage the house. Okay, I want you to sell the house for me, and then transfer the money to my bank, all through email, because the other investor was overseas as well, so they cannot conduct a face to face. And normally their communication would to email only. Okay, so what happened is the real estate agency listing the house, the new owner, the buyer buy the house, go into a conveyance service, they do all of that, all settle. Then the previous owner come back and say, okay, I'm missing my monthly rent payment. Why is that? And they check, and they found out that their house was being sold without their consent. Okay, but here the interesting part. In Australia, they have a complete different legal framework when it comes to property. In Vietnam, the court can reverse that, but in here, the law saying that when the transaction and transfer being finalized, doesn't matter is because of fraud, the record will remain the same. Okay, so if that the case, what happened then? What happened is the new owner is still keep their house as it is, because that was not their fault, because they buy the house with a good faith.
Yeah.
The responsible person is the real estate agent in the conveyance service. So how do they responsible for this case? They're responsible for this case. Okay, the previous owner sue again D2 entity or D2 company because of their lack of due diligence, and because they take the money to do the work and they did not do it properly, so that's why take the loss, and the court fined them, have to reimburse for the previous owner about $500,000. The two company have to pay for that, and they have to reimburse with the money, not with the property. The property is still with the new owner. Does that make any sense?
Yes.
Yep, it's good that you add that question because you make my life way easier. Okay, I'll come back to here. So that explain. Okay, if I'm buying in the house, I'm doing conveyance service, then I don't need to buy title insurance because it's useless in this case, and it should protect the conveyance company. You have to do it have nothing to do with me, right? But in the document, they recommend you to buy it because what? Because if something happens, that title insurance not gonna cover me, but it covers for them. That is why they recommend that in the contract. But if you do not do your research and you do not know or like do some due diligence, and if you look some general information on ChatGPT, ChatGPT always recommend you to okay, title insurance and conveyance service is actually different, and you should buy two. But after I'm breaking down all of that, do you think that I need to buy title insurance?
No.
No. And it keep recommended to me. ChatGPT it keep just recommend title insurance for me to buy. So why? And just I'll just type it. I'll just want to challenge ChatGPT model language. Why? Because in here I'm a customer. I'm buying the house with good faith. I have all the record. How hard it is. Let's say if the case been locked against me, how hard it is for me to prove that I'm an actual owner and I'm buying the house with good faith. And just keep talk around it and say, nah, you should buy title insurance for a peace of mind. Why do I have to waste my money to buy that? It's 800 bucks. Well, it depends on the property, so it could varying between 800 to 1,500 bucks. 1,500 bucks is $1,500. It's not that cheap.
Oh,
See?
1,500.
Yeah. So why do we need to buy it? It do nothing for me. It just cover the ass for the convenience service, which they have to do anyway. Does that make any sense?
Oh, yes. Like if you choose the convenience service, like all the risks will be like
With
the
them.
convenience service will do anything. Yeah.
Yeah,
You don't need the
it's
title
with them
insurance.
anyway.
Oh.
And I actually asking specifically asking what happened if there is a scam happening. If I'm buying the house at the results of the scam and I do not know it. So if I'm just buying the house, if there's a scam happening, only the real estate agent know it, convenience of it, how the fuck do I know? That their job, they have to do it.
Mm.
Well, I'm just assuming I'm a normal customer. So let's say I know how to check the record of regency of a house in the Australian record. Yeah, I know how to do it. But with the common people, how the fuck do I know? You see what I'm trying to say? And I'm asking for specific result. Okay, about a case in Canberra. It happened in 2014, like fucking 10 years ago. What happened to the new owner when they bought the house at the result of scam? It's in the record. The new owner still owns the house, and the Australian law not reverse that. They're gonna not gonna reverse the record. It's just because of the fraud that happened. But again, it stay with the real estate agent and the conveyance service. Got nothing to do with the buyer. As long as you buy the house with good faith, you'll be fine. They say, oh,
Oh.
and it's gonna go on. No, the cost for legal fee gonna be expensive because it's complex. You have to spend your time. I would say, how hard is it to prove that I'm buying the house with good faith and I have all the paperwork with me? How hard is it? And just talk, and it just go around and around and around. I have to say, do not try to sell title insurance for me. I have to write it in capital, otherwise I just keep in the loop. So be careful when you're using it.
Oh. Yeah, it's just
So teacher,
recommendations.
yeah. And so how can you like got the permanent like resident court in Australia?
Um, you go. maybe how riches. Hang on, let me. There was a website because last time I extracted from my auntie. I do not the website, but let's say Google. Let me say Google. Uh, oh crap! I have 15 minutes. Ah, here. Multiple fraction authentication. Here, you log into LAN service. Type of click and man, I want to show you a record of it, but normally you just go around, you look for SA LAN property title, here, property history. This one. No, this one. This is where just GPT coming in handy. Yeah, that's what's the one. Ah, this was right here. Jeez. Okay, you put your new unit number, lot number, level, street number, suburb, and then you have to pay. I believe the cost when I do that for my auntie was about 25 to 35 bucks as such. So yeah, you get the record. So this is how you check it. And then after that, well, I think when you do transfer, you have to do a bunch of more paperwork, but most of the time, the most heavy, the most costly is stamp duty. Transfer the ownership of a house to a different person is the most expensive cost is that one. It factor with the percentage of the house. So I think it's about 5% of the 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 value of the house. Yeah, that's it. So that I just found out yesterday is irritated me a bit. So I want to share with you guys. You have any questions so far?
No, teacher.
Jamie, do you have any questions so far? You look really okay.
Which is more expensive compared to title insurance and convenience service?
What is more expensive?
Yeah, the service. Yeah, what
Um,
do you choose to?
the convenience service is about depending on the value of the transaction, but normally it's rank between 1,300 to 1,800 plus a few more extra costs if they need to be. title search is about also depend, but it could be ranked between $500 to $800. Titles, well, the reason why I do not want to buy title insurance, but I'm still using conveyance service, is title insurance to cover the cost. Let's say some legal fee happening, like let's say there's some legal fee that are charged toward you after you purchase the house. But the conveyance service, they cover the whole process, check all the contract, check name registry, registration, checking the history of the house, check the contract, make settlement, apply all the paperwork for you with local council, etc., etc., etc. A few maybe more 10 steps to buy the house. So that's why I'm still use conveyance service. But in the future, if I'm buying more house, I'm gonna do it myself. I don't even need to buy using it. I'm still in the research to apply for PAXA. Well, because I'm saving for that. It's just I'm still in the process of doing that. So in the future, I don't actually need conveyance service. I'll just do it myself. It's not that hard, to be honest. It's just I do not have the tool because now with the platform that Australian using only allow some specific industry or specific, let's say, financial institution, conveyors, lawyer who have the license to practice their work to have access to the system. I'm trying to find my way to work around it just to get access to the system without license, just to simple all the paperwork. Otherwise, Otherwise, when you do all the paperwork, you have to sign, have people to sign, you have witness, you have to go to court to have some witness with you, and then you have to certify the document and then send to bank. It's really hassle. But let's say if I get to if I can get myself to the system, I can bypass all of that and I can check it myself. Plus, I have a contract, an actual contract of buying the house to compare in the future and all of the necessary work that conveyance service need to do. So if you're buying your house the first time, still recommend you to you real estate agent and still recommend you to do conveyance service. Maybe second house or third house, still using that, but from the fourth house forward, figure it out a way to do it yourself. It's not that hard. But yeah, if first time buying a house, recommend to use it. Title insurance, no, not recommend. Not so much. But maybe in Australia only, but in Vietnam, they may be have a different legal system where the court can reverse the transaction. So I'm not good with it. So in Vietnam could be different.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
I be-
teacher,
Yep.
yeah. So are you a like superstitious like person? Like, do you believe in ghosts when you buy a new house?
No, what you ask? Why? Why you ask? Okay, let me end the presentation here.